and beat. Coming strong. Feel like you wanna come along. Telling you it's Hullabaloo.
With your host, Jack Jones, Woody Allen, the Hanover Park, New Jersey High School Marching Band, Joey Henderson.
So young, and still in my bed. You know you will. Something's really starting to brew.
The new singing sensation from Paris, Jocelyn. The new Christy Minstrel. And from Hullabaloo, London, Brian Epstein presenting Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Just one thing. It's getting through to you.
And here is this week's host for the premiere of Hullabaloo, Mr. Jack Jones. Hello, 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 young lovers, whoever you are. I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've been in love. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful and true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I've been in love like you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on a chance that you meet, and you meet not really by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All of my memories are happy tonight. I had a love of my own. I've had a love of my own like yours. I've had a love of my own. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street. Fly down the street on a chance that you meet, and you meet not really by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All of my memories are happy tonight. I've had a love of my own. I've had a love of my own like yours. I've had a love. Of my own. Thank you, and welcome to Hullabaloo. In case you're wondering what that word means, the official dictionary definition of the word hullabaloo is uproar, hubbub, tumult, pandemonium, and razzle-dazzle. Well, we're going to do our best to live up to that meaning in the weeks to come, with singing groups like the uproars, the hubbubs, tumults, pandemoniums, and so forth. And speaking of groups, we found that there are very few groups of 9 in this country. There are baseball teams, the United States Supreme Court, of course, the new Christie Minstrels.
Well, I woke up this morning with my mind set on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind set on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind set on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Well, I woke up this morning with my mind set on freedom. Well, I woke up this morning with my mind set on freedom. Well, I woke up this morning with my mind set on freedom. That Jordan River, I want to lay. Yeah, lay my burden down. We are crossing Jordan River. Lay my burden. Come on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. When I lay my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah. When I lay my burden down. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
From the Christie Minstrels' brand new album. We'll be right back.
New Formula Fresh, the deodorant that doesn't quit even in the heat and humidity of Africa. This is Betty Bruce. With her husband, Jock Leslie Melville, she runs photographic safaris in the big game country. Betty, how do you like living in Africa?
It's fabulous, but it can get hot.
You use New Formula Fresh. What do you think of it?
I don't know what I'd do without it in this heat.
New Formula Fresh. Twice the perspiration stopping power of any leading aerosol spray deodorant. Also cream, stick, roll-on.
When a cold drags on and on, it may not be a cold at all. It may be wintertime allergy. If anyone in your family has hay fever in the summer, the cold may actually be wintertime allergy. The symptoms are the same. The stuffed up head of nasal congestion, the runny nose, and the sneeze. This is Allerest for hay fever and wintertime allergy. Remember, a cold that drags on and on may actually be wintertime allergy. Take Allerest for prompt relief. Tablets or time capsules.
Hey, come on now, let's all sing a square dance. A gypsy home. Big for circle Indian style. I didn't get it, just go wild. I read, we're in love with heading down to Shady Creek, hide your eyes and we won't peek. You don't see those the big barn dance, ain't no gal's got a king. Drinking corn and salt and knobs, chasing through them soggy bogs. Box and house, I don't care. Take light and free and fair. Farewell, Teddy Lou, farewell, I said. Ain't nobody chasing you, we're in love with Iris. Iris, we're in love with Iris. She got leave, we're gonna fall a bed like how now do that holler. Run, run, grab your tail. she can outrun a hog-eyed man. She can swim and she can climb. I is making double time.
All the boys and miles around, follow her from town to town, round the tree and back again.
We can't lose, she can't win. Don't see Jones, got that Jones, swing to the middle, and I don't know. Follow that girl in the hollow low, wind up kissing old ground. Fare the well, Jackie Ann, fare the well, I said. We're gonna catch her if we can. We're in love with Irene. Irene, Irene, we're in love with Irene.
Swing me low,
Swing to the middle with the backman bow.
swing me up and swing me down.
Chase it out around the south. Fare the well, mother dear, fare the well, I said. We get back to Sonic Stew, still be chasing Irene. Irene, Irene. We're in love with Irene.
This is a dance called the monkey. And this is called the pony. And this is the swim. And this is the Joey Heatherton. Now, she's not a dance. She's one of Hollywood's top motion picture and television stars. And she's also young. And that means she loves to dance. And that's just what she's going to do right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Joey Heatherton.
Television's most absorbing interlude of daytime drama begins with Moment of Truth every afternoon on NBC.
This is the provocative story of a psychology professor whose job leads to conflict. In his office,
You must be kidding. I am not kidding. What are you trying to do, cut your throat?
and in his home.
Nancy, I'm a clinical psychologist. I'm not a carpenter. Yes, everything that happens in this room should be a secret.
Immediately following is the emotion-charged story of the people and problems of a big city hospital on The Doctors. And rounding out this series of drama is Another World, compelling stories that probe deeply into human experience.
Let me out of here! I didn't kill him. I loved him.
Moment of Truth, The Doctors, Another World, daytime television's most fascinating dramas, weekdays on NBC.
I'll bet you all know this face. But I don't think too many of you will recognize this face. And yet, if it wasn't for this face, you probably wouldn't recognize this face. Or this face. Or this face. And that's because this man is responsible for making all those other faces famous. His name is Brian Epstein. And he's going to be on Hullabaloo every week from England to present the most current acts on the British scene. So let's go to London and Brian Epstein.
Welcome to London Hullabaloo. In this first segment, which we're very privileged to be in on this program, we have the great pleasure to present a group that I've been very closely associated with, Jerry and the Pacemakers. And the first number which they're going to play is a number which is the kind of number which first attracted me to this group and made me want to really manage them. And this is I'll Be There.
Don't you worry, darling. Don't you know I'll be there? I'll be there when all your dreams are broken. Answer your unspoken prayer. When the little things you're doing going to now try. Don't you worry, darling, I'll be there. I'll miss you, and in my dreams I'll kiss you, then wish you luck on your new affair. So baby, if you need me, all you have to do is call me. And don't you worry, darling, I'll be there. Well, whenever you need to know that there is someone who cares. So if your new love isn't the true love, don't you worry, darling, I'll be there. Well, whenever you need to know that there is someone who cares. So if your new love isn't the true love, don't you worry, darling, I'll be there. Don't you know I'll be there?
Pacemakers made, with their first 3 records, 3 #1 hits. Following that, they went on to make personal appearances all over the world. And following that, early last year, they made a film set in their hometown of Liverpool, which was called Ferry Across the Mersey. He's going to sing now one of the title songs from this film, which is called It's Gonna Be All Right.
It's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. Today you came my way, I knew I would stay close by your side to keep you satisfied. It's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. When you look at me, in your eyes I can see love that grows each day. That's why I gotta say it's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. Never thought I'd find a girl like you. Now I know I'll never be blue. It's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. Every time we meet, my heart skips a beat. And now you're here to stay. You'll always hear me say it's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. Never thought I'd find a girl like you. Now I know I'll never be blue. It's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. Every time we meet, my heart skips a beat. And now you're here to stay. You always hear me say it's gonna be alright, 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 it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.
Thank you very much, everybody. From us here in London, it's goodbye for this week. See you soon. All the best. Cheers.
This is going to be our kind of informal spot of the show. We can just kind of relax, and I'll sing some of the old standards. Pete, could I have a few men from the band? Get back. For men, and they send me boys.
Hey, girl!
Oh, excuse me. All right, fall in, band. Ladies and gentlemen, from Hanover, New Jersey, the award-winning Hanover Park High School Marching Band.
Disney's Mary Poppins, the fabulous adventures of the world's most charming and delightfully eccentric heroine.
I can tell you one thing, Winifred. I don't propose standing idly by and letting that woman, Mary Poppins, undermine the discipline of... Ow! They're at it again!
Yes, the wondrous and magical ways of Walt Disney's Mary Poppins so completely and so hilariously discombobulate the family with whom she comes to stay in such delightfully amazing ways, their lives are never again quite the same. And nor will yours be when you see Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke in this magnificent new motion picture from Walt Disney. See Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke in Walt Disney's Mary Poppins.
Marching band I've ever seen. How many are there of you?
120.
120?
Yes.
You know, I've always wanted to sing with a band this size. Do you know any other popular songs?
A few. You know, Call Me Responsible?
Why no Call Me Responsible? Well, if it wasn't for that song, you'd be standing here talking to Paul Anka. Let's do it. Let's do it. From the top, eh?
Call me irresponsible, call me unreliable, call me undependable too. Do my foolish alibis for you. Well, I'm not too clever, I just adore you. Man for you. All right, band. Dismiss. Forward. Four. Up, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, the noise is over. Hi. Hello.
Bonjour.
What's your name?
Je ne comprends pas.
Je ne comprends pas. That's a pretty name. It's French, isn't it?
Je m'appelle Jocelyne.
Oh. You're Jocelyne. Happy to meet you.
Merci.
This young lady is only 13 years old. She's the current singing rage of Paris. Jocelyne, chantez, s'il vous plaît.
Merci beaucoup.
I don't know what I just said, but I hope she's going to sing. Ladies and gentlemen, Jocelyne.
En parlant des garçons, les filles disent qu'ils sont un peu fous et un peu bêtes. Et la plupart du temps, pas très sérieux. Oh, 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 oh. Mais pour celui qui leur plaît, oui, elle change bien vite d'idée. En parlant des garçons, les filles disent qu'ils sont un peu fous et un peu bêtes. Et la plupart du temps,
Hullabaloo with the Zombies, Woody Allen, Joey Hamilton, the new Christy Minstrels, and your host, Jack Jones.
Don't miss Hell is for Heroes, Wednesday at 9, 8 Central Time.
Hullabaloo is brought to you by Grill Cream. Now, more than ever, a little dab will do you.
It's a good feeling to know your smile is welcome, your whisper soft and pure. This is the security clean white teeth give. And whiter teeth is what new McLean's is for. Its tingling taste says whiteness. You know whiter teeth are cleaner, safer from decay. Whiteness is the security McLean's gives. Gets teeth irresistibly white. New McLean's toothpaste.
Dear sirs, I hesitate to return this unused portion of Brill Cream, but I found it not to be as advertised. True, your commercial with that blonde coming out of a Brill Cream tube only promised to keep my hair looking clean and natural all day. And it works quite well that way. But that blonde, all I ever got was a redhead.
Brill Cream, are you man enough to try it?
At the beginning of the show, I gave you a definition of hullabaloo. Well, our choreographer, David Winters, has given that word music and movement and come up with a brand new dance step called the hullabaloo.
Hey, everybody, have you been informed? Hey, everybody, there's a new dance that's just been born. And I know you can do it too, because the music began to groove. He's got it, she's got it, they've got it, oh, I've got it, so you better get it. I mean, a hullabaloo. You'll be a big, strong lion. It only takes a little time. Hey, you're really doing fine.
Right now, I'd like you to meet some people. What is your name, please?
Rodney Terence Argent, Hubert Grundy, Paul Ashley Warren Atkinson, Christopher Taylor White, Colin Edward Michael Blunstone.
You probably know them better as the Zombies.
Somebody Well, no one told me about love. Well, they don't know. But it's too late to say I'm sorry. How will I know? Why should I care? Please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there. Let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she acted, the color of her hair. Her eyes were soft and good, her eyes were clear and bright, but she's not there. She's not there.
The Zombies recorded that song just a few months ago. Now they're one of the hottest groups in the business, as you can tell. Things happen fast these days, and that doesn't just go for singing groups. Not long ago, a very funny man named Woody Allen was an obscure young comedy writer, in New York. But right now, right now in Paris, he's in Paris starring in a movie with Peter Sellers and also Romy Schneider and Peter O'Toole. And he wrote it himself. Now, here's a scene from that movie, and it's called What's New, Pussycat? Here's Woody on the left. He's playing chess in a sidewalk cafe with a young French girl. And that's Peter O'Toole, Larry. Now watch this. Woody's a great chess player. Watch. We're kind of disappointed that Woody had to be in Paris tonight, because naturally we wanted him here. But then we decided that if Woody couldn't come to Hullabaloo, Hullabaloo would go to Woody. So now let's travel across the Atlantic and Mr. Woody Allen.
Thank you, Jack. I've been in Paris now for 5 months. I'm doing my movie, What's New, Pussycat? It's not a bad movie. It's a film about a short guy from Brooklyn with red hair and glasses. It's played by Peter O'Toole. It's an autobiographical movie. The film is based on my experiences with the opposite sex. It's a very short movie. It's really strange. You won't believe this, but I don't do that well with women. Tell me the truth. Do you find me attractive? The way the light plays down the back of my hair beautifully. And my eyes. Get a look at these eyes. They seem to say so much, don't they? They say it in Hebrew, though. I am fairly attracted to women in general. It's a good picture. It's a romantic picture. It's based, as I say, on true things that happened to me. Peter O'Toole is from Brooklyn in the movie, and I was from Brooklyn. Originally, I was from Arizona. But when I was very young, my parents moved to Brooklyn because of my lungs. And in the movie, he's poor, and I was poor. I was genuinely poor. My father was, at that time, in the Army, and he was making very little money, and so he had to take an outside job. So he joined the Navy Knights. He was in the Army and the Navy at the same time, you know. And it's a romantic story. That's the main thing about it. Both Peter O'Toole and I are in love with Romy Schneider. And I get her at the end of the film. Because I'm generally more attractive than Peter is. And I wrote the film. It's really funny, it's a romantic picture. And I got a letter from Romy's press agent saying it was bad for Romy's image in Hollywood for her to wind up married to me at the end of the movie. Which is a coincidence, because I got a letter from my mother saying it was bad for her image in Brooklyn for me to wind up married to Romy. It's funny, I've never acted before in my life. I did. I acted before, actually, years and years ago in nursery school when I was very young. I was in a school play. I played Stanley Kowalski. We did Streetcar Named Desire, you know, and I did one of the best 5-year-old Stanleys ever done. I was sensational. Mary McCarthy, writing in the Weekly Reader, said that my Stanley had great warmth, and she said I gave a brilliant performance. She only criticized me once for excusing myself and leaving the stage in the second act. What's so funny is I have not been having a great social life in Paris, contrary to popular opinion. I've been living there for 5 months, and I know none of the language. The only word that I learned is potage, which means soup. I keep going up to strange women in the street and ordering soup. What's so strange is I wasn't kissed for my first 4 months in Europe, and I saved the kid's life from drowning in Paris. When the police commissioner pinned a medal on me, he was supposed to kiss me on both cheeks. He wasn't in the mood. I finally got one date, but it ended disastrously. I was at a vaudeville house in Paris. There was a vaudeville act there called The Trained Seals. 4 women named Seal who juggle. So I make a date with one of them, the unattractive one of the group, I might add. When I'm away from home, my standards are not high. All I ask is that a girl be prettier than I am. So I get all ready for my date. I must tell you, this was absolute catastrophe. An interesting girl she was. She was an Italian girl. She came from the south of Italy. And her family had passed their secrets down for hundreds of years. They used to take tons of wine, and they would make it into grapes. And that's more difficult than it sounds. And she was, as I say, a lovely girl. She had a beautiful sister who had a tragic story. She had a pretty sister who ran away to Venice and became a streetwalker and drowned. Here am I, waiting in my hotel room. The girl's going to come up. We're going to have dinner. Very romantic. I can really be romantic. And I put out lights and candles and everything, you know, and I get all dressed up in my great French suit, tight suit, toreador pants, you know. Comb my hair back, and I really look French and jazzy, a little hollandaise sauce behind me. Turn on the radio, Beethoven's first piano concerto in the original German. And I'm an absolute killer. I'm waiting for the girl. But it turns out my hotel is freezing because cold air keeps seeping in through the windows all the time, and steam doesn't come up. So I didn't know what to do. I was embarrassed. The room was really cold, and the girl was coming up. And I figured what I better do is turn on the shower. I'll turn the hot water on, and it will warm the room up. So I turn the shower on, but the room starts to get steamed up. You know, really, billows of steam are in the room, and ice-cold air is coming in from under the window, you know, and the two fronts meet, and the steam condenses, and it starts to rain in my room. So I'm standing there in my hotel room, and it's raining on me, you know, and outside it's sunny and pleasant, you know, and I'm like this. The girl comes to the door, you know, and I let her in, and the two of us are there. I was terribly embarrassed. We were standing with the lights and the music and the rain. If it wasn't so ridiculous, it could have been romantic, you know? And it ended in disaster. I left the hotel. We called a plumber. He said rain in a hotel room is out of his experience. He finally fixed it by calling a priest. she abused me in a public restaurant. She said that I was a baby and that I was immature. And to top it off, she refused to cut my meat and I couldn't eat. Anyway, my time is up. I can't talk too much longer. I will be home in the United States at the end of January. And it should be very interesting for me. I think I left my lights on. Good night.
Chrysler presents a Bob Hope Christmas Special. 90 minutes of lively entertainment with a great comedian. Friday at 8:30, 7:30 Central Time. Doing what he loves best, entertaining our servicemen in distant places. Bob's package includes the shapely trimmings of Janice Page, talented Anna Maria Alberghetti, songstress Anita Bryant, with Jerry Colonna,
Miss World, and here she is from London, England, Miss Anne Sidney, right here.
the dancing beat of John Bubbles, and special guest, Jill St. John, a world of entertainment from across the world. A 90-minute Bob Hope Christmas Special, Friday at 8:30, 7:30 Central Time on NBC.
I've grown accustomed to her face. She almost makes the day begin. I've grown accustomed to the tune she whistles night and noon. Her smiles, her frowns, her ups, her downs are second nature to me now. Like breathing out and breathing in, I was serenely independent and content before we met. Surely I could always be that way again. And yet I've grown accustomed to her looks, accustomed to her voice, accustomed to her face. I've gotten used to hear her say good morning every day. Her joys, her woes, her highs, her lows. They're second nature to me now. Like breathing out and breathing in. I'm very grateful she's a woman and so easy to forget. Rather like a habit you can always break. And yet I've grown accustomed to the trace of something in the air, accustomed to her face. highway. I saw above me the endless skyway. I saw below me the golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is yours. This land is mine. From California to New York Island. New York Island was born. New York was born. Yeah, this land was made for you and me.
I roamed and rambled, I followed my footsteps, sparkling sands of the diamond desert, and all around me, a white cloud top. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is mine. From California to New York Island, they were born.
The sun was shining as I was strolling. The windmills wailing, the dust clouds rolling. As the cloud was lifting, a voice was calling. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island.
My job was vice president of sales.
I was vice president of production. I was secretary of my junior achievement.
My job in my JA company was that of sales manager.
Well, I think the most important idea behind Junior Achievement is to give the achievers a good idea of the background of business and to learn our free enterprise system.
It gives them an excellent opportunity to learn by experience.
I think a good president should care a lot about his company.
I've learned how to run a business.
We made a profit of an extra $200.
In Junior Achievement, the profit isn't only in money.
You learn how to be honest when you're working with each other, whether your company makes it or fails. Through Junior Achievement, I have gained a better idea of the free enterprise system here in America.
United States Merchant Marine Academy Glee Club, Dionne Warwick, and of course Brian Epstein with Marianne Faithfull. And Hullabaloo's host next week will be Paul Anka. Good night. Thank
Tomorrow night, see James Drury as the Virginian in another exciting episode. Then join Steve McQueen, Bobby Darin, Nick Adams, and me for the action-packed feature Hell is for Heroes on Wednesday night at the movies, tomorrow night at 9, 8 Central Time.
This is Nancy Ames.
What's happened lately that's funny? Stay tuned and find out on That Was the Week That Was, next on NBC.